first time around, because a lot of people will be intimidated by looking at by the body of your work, but we probably get a lot more inspiration if we know how you made it from A to so forth. So if you could talk about your transformation in the beginning and how you got to the first project down, I think allows you to benefit from that.
Again, it's not always easy to speak of my own. I mean, I can talk about my experience. I can tell you about what kind of instrument I use or you can use to get through your own particular problem. But again, the best advice I can give is to find your own way, because there is no, each one of us is different. The system might seem identical, but in the system itself you will find different people that are maybe the right people for you and others are not. It's to find the real place in the different people that can be in front of you. My first screenplay, I was lucky, I was still in film school, and I participated in another production that one of the senior students, it was his finishing film. He had money from German TV, and we had worked along the years together, so he asked me if I was ready to do sound for him. So I did sound on this movie, and the TV producer came regularly on the set, and I talked to them, and they asked me how it is. After a few weeks, each other asked, what are you doing, and I told them about my screenplay, and they were interested. They told me, send it to us when you finish, which I did, and I got my first money. And I didn't even finish. I went to Brooklyn, did my first film, and came back to finish school. But this was a particular situation. It doesn't always happen like this. One important thing is to know as well, and it's difficult, there is no magic solution for that, is to evaluate where your screenplay is, where you are at this particular moment. It doesn't make sense if you wrote your first screenplay, and depending on what it is, it's good to have ambition, it's good to want to to break the house, but it doesn't make sense to send it to Denzel. Sometimes we think that the higher up, the bigger name will help solve the problem. It's not, because sometimes he doesn't know what to plug it for. So it's really about, the other test is more interesting, is that sometimes certain screenplays go around the industry like in a matter of 2-3 days. Unknown writer, never did anything, unknown to Hollywood, comes from, I don't know, west down, little village in Virginia. But for some reason, the screenplay it's hot. Your task is to write this particular screenplay. You have to find, something that people will kill to get. That's your task. Anything else, it's fine, but that's not the real solution. And so I don't know if I answer your question, but there are no real answers. It's the only real test is to write something that you feel is original, that you are persuaded that nobody else has done before you. That's where you have to put your ambition. Don't put your ambition like, say, well, I want to get an Oscar in so many years. I want to be there, or I want to be able to make a 10 million film in 5 years. The real ambition is, let me write something that all of them, from Denzel to Michael Mann to Spielberg, they're gonna call me 5 times a day just to get it. Of course, it happened once in a million, but this is a step. If you have gone through it, first of all, you'll be better. You'll be better in your skills. You'll be better in your experience with the environment, with the industry, and you'll know better what you can do, what you need to do, what you lack, and you will know yourself better.